Okay, we seem to be live. Welcome everyone back to the Beginner Guitar Accelerator Bootcamp. We are at day 4. Time sure flies when you're having fun. Who's in here? Dushan in Sweden. We got Southern California. It looks like you're having some good weather there. I'm a little bit jealous. It is getting nice here in Austria too though, so fingers crossed it'll stay that way. We got Kenneth, Jim, Rick. Great to see you, Rick. Rick's getting a lot of rain. See, we have mixed weather here. But we're all online now, so we're all kind of in the same boat. Bonjour, my friend. Peter, what time is it, Peter, where you are in Australia? I know you're always up late with us. Thank you so much for always being here live and also for participating so much. Chuck in Texas. Richard, we got Norway, Thomas. Oh wow, Thomas is in Norway. Interesting. We got some other Norwegians inside of the All Access membership group. I was actually talking about them a couple days ago. They actually meet in person now. They met inside of the community and now they meet up in person over the weekend. They actually spent weekends jamming together. I think at Jan's house is where they meet. So that's very cool. Who knows? You might be able to hook up with those guys. Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here with me again live. How is everyone doing? How has your week been so far? Not just guitar-wise, but in general. Wow, Peter's up at 2 a.m. Peter is burning the midnight oil. He's past midnight over there. Thank you for being here, man. So that's about that, my friends. Today we're going to be talking about the pentatonic scale, what it is, why to use it, how to use it, what it unlocks for you on the fretboard. And tomorrow we're going to be learning a song. I want to learn either Stand By Me or Hey Joe or maybe Knocking on Heaven's Door. I might even put up a poll inside of the Facebook group to see what you boys and girls would like to learn the most. And the idea there is to learn the chord progression together, do smooth chord transitions together. I'll try to show you how to make those chord transitions as smooth as possible. Try to come up with a couple of strumming patterns. So all of the things that we've done so far, kind of bring all of those together. And then also talk about how you could use the pentatonic scale to solo to the song, to come up with your little melodies of your own for the song. And to get creative with it. So the idea is to bring everything together. Marie, glad you made it. Debbie, back in the house. Thank you so much for that video you posted, Debbie. We're going to be watching that a little bit later. It really made me very happy and inspired me to feature you guys a little bit. So just quickly before we get started, I do want to tell you guys the All Access membership enrollment is opening on Sunday at 11 a.m. PST. Okay, so put that in your calendar. We're going to be opening it up and enrollment is going to be open until Friday at the same time. Okay, and that's really, really exciting because I only open the doors to the public 2 times a year. Okay, so it's very rare. And what we're going to be doing once that opens up, we're going to keep enrollment open for 1 week, and then we're going to start a new challenge, a month-long challenge inside of the group, okay? What I try to do is keep the momentum going, We're coming off of a blues challenge that was very fun and exciting inside of the membership. Now I'm here with you guys kind of in the wild, in the public, and then after we close down enrollment and get a bunch of you guys to join us, we're going to be starting a month-long challenge again. So you guys are going to have more time. It's not going to be as intense as it's been this week, but it's going to be a month-long thing. And the cool thing also about the All Access membership is I'll go live and do live trainings every other week, so every 14 days. There is a short break in the summer, about a month-long break in the summer, and there is a Christmas break. But other than that, I really try to commit and be live for my members every other week, okay? There have been times where I've had to cancel, but about every 14 days is what I really try to go for. And during the challenge that we're going to be doing, we're going to, of course, I'm going to be coming in and watching your videos, giving you guys feedback, helping you out. So more about that a little bit later. I also wanted to show you guys a little bit about how the membership is going to work. A lot of you have joined the wait list and you've been asking, hey, what is this membership about? How does it work? How do I get in? how much does it cost, all that stuff. So here is the page that's going to go live on Sunday. It's not live yet. So basically, you guys are going to be able to unlock all of the courses I've ever made, 25 plus courses. It's actually closer to 30 courses, but some of those are free on the internet, so I didn't want to count them. All the courses I've ever made in one place. And what we're going to be doing, you can see it there. And if you were to go buy all of these courses on my website right now, like if you were to go here and buy every single one of these courses that are included in that deal that I'm going to have for you guys on Sunday, it would cost more than $4,000, okay? But I'm going to have a really, really good deal for you guys. It's going to be much cheaper than that, okay? PDF support, drum track library, backing track library, the community group. Now, we do have a gold and a platinum and a silver level, okay? So this is something that's new because not everyone wants to be plugged into a community, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to have a silver level membership for those of you who just want the courses. You don't really want to be plugged into a community. It's going to be cheaper. That's going to be that first tier that we're going to be having. You're going to get all of the courses. So those of you who have been watching and having these courses on your radar over the past week, all of these are included, every single course, you know, and this is my life's work. This one course here alone, if you click on it, this is like a 6-hour course, right? So I put a lot of time and effort into making these courses. And what you can do is you can click on these if you want to, kind of see what they're about. Just to show you guys what's in just one of these courses. All right, so we're going to be, you know, first I teach the lesson, then I have drum tracks for you. I have the tabs for you all in one place. I have a play along at 2 different tempos. So this is the play along part of it. This is the lesson part of it. It's locked now because this is a public preview. But first I teach it, then you get the play alongs to help you jam to that. So that's what's included in the silver tier. And then what we have is the gold tier. Okay. Now there's only 100 spots of this available because I want to keep the membership a nice closed, not closed, but a nice quiet community in the sense that I have time to see what everyone's doing. I have time to give everyone attention. I have time to really, you know, get to know you guys, right? I don't want to have 1,000, 2,000 people all of a sudden in there. I want to have a nice small group so that I can really get to know you guys and give you personal attention, the personal attention that you need so that your guitar playing can flourish. One thing to note here, the first 5 members are going to get a bonus one-on-one action call with me. So keep your, you know, put that date in your calendar, Sunday, 11 a.m. PST. If you want to be one of the first 5 people to get this, you're going to get that bonus action call. And then this is something new. I have a platinum level where I'm going to be, only 5 spots are going to be available, and I'm going to be coaching 5 of you for 6 months, and that includes 6 calls. Okay, so 6 one-on-one calls and 6 months of coaching. Now with the coaching, you really get much more attention. We really work on a plan for you. There's accountability. You know, it's definitely more intense. And this is for people that are really, really serious, that want to really put some serious skin in the game. Okay, and then here you can kind of just see the different levels, what's included. There's going to be a 14-day money-back guarantee. Video. This page is not live yet. Only I can see this page, but on Sunday, this page is going to be live. You guys are going to be able to pop in here and see what tier is good for you. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to welcoming in a lot of new faces to our community. It's been such a privilege. Oh, look, Kaylin's here. Kaylin, I love you. Kaylin actually inspired me to do the different tiers. So Kaylin, thank you for that. Kaylin, what a wonderful soul she is. So that's basically what we're going to have for you guys coming this Sunday through Friday, open cart. I'm looking forward to welcoming many, many new faces. If you have any questions about the membership, about anything at all, just send us an email. We're always here to help you, both me and Vanessa, who's my wonderful VA. She is incredible. I'm also checking my email inbox all the time, answering questions. There's definitely a lot of people looking forward to joining the membership. So we're really looking forward to seeing many new faces inside of the platform. So that's about that. Now let's talk about the pentatonic scale. It's a great way to start improvising. It's a great way to start discovering your own musical voice, your own, feel for music, your own sense of what notes sound good, right? It's a way to express your emotions, especially like the blues. That's the music that I fell in love with. Put on a blues backing track, get on an electric guitar. If you know the pentatonic scale, you can rock out to the blues, you can blues out to the blues, and have a really great time. Caitlin's the reason you're here. Thank you, Caitlin. And I'm glad that you're here, my friend. I love Caitlin. I was actually watching Caitlin's videos today. We gotta talk, Caitlin. You're inspiring me. Okay, so my friends, let's get into this. So why would you learn, and let me know in the comments how many of you already know the pentatonic scale and how many don't. Type in the number 1 if you know the pentatonic, and type in number 2 if you don't. I'm curious, where are you with your pentatonic journey? Okay, so number 1, yeah, I can play some pentatonic. Number 2, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to play it. Help me, Henry. Show me what this is all about. Caitlin, you really are the best. You really are the best. Yeah, Caitlin's totally mentoring. I'm mentoring her. She's mentoring me. We're a team. Caitlin's amazing. You guys need to check out Caitlin if you don't know her. Caitlin Caggiano on YouTube, on Instagram. She's just amazing. Amazing in so many ways. In so many ways. Anyways, my friends. Okay, we got some 1s. We got some 2s. Okay. Very good. Very good. It's going to be fun to get you guys to play the pentatonic. So I think the second link in the description is going to take you to a page where you can, I think I have the page open here, where you can see a little preview of my blues course, okay? So remember I was showing you guys all of the courses before? Let me just go back here. If I hit all courses, this is from the Solo Guitar Made Easy course. My computer is going a little bit slow here, but this is a part of this course, okay? So I have 3 backing tracks loaded up and ready to go here for you guys, and I have this chart that you can download, okay? So if you're not sure how to download it, at the bottom, see that? You can click here, boom, that's gonna let you download it onto your computer, okay? Hit this here if you're not sure how to download, boom, you have it on your computer, okay? So that is the tab or the chart for you guys, and I'm gonna put the scale on screen as well. Okay, so give me 1 second, but just so you guys know where to get this, and you guys are gonna have this after we're done with our session today. So just go in the description, click on that. You're gonna be able to download these backing tracks for free. You're gonna be able to download this chart for free. I'm giving you guys all of this stuff, okay? So you're going to be able to totally make music. Then your homework for today is going to be to put on one of these backing tracks, play the pentatonic scale, and see if you can come up with something musical. See if you can come up with a little melody, a little lick, something that you feel sounds good. Record it, post it in the group, and you're going to automatically be enrolled to win a prize tomorrow. By the way, we have 3 prize winners today. The first one is Karen. I don't want to say your last name the wrong way. Karen Morand. Karen Morand. She was practicing the bar chords yesterday, doing a great job. So you're the first winner. I'm going to contact you on Facebook later today or tomorrow. Okay? So let me now get into the first shape that I want you guys to know. So with this shape alone, you're going to be able to already unlock so much music, okay? So what we're working out of here is what we call the G minor pentatonic scale, the G minor pentatonic scale. Now, if you guys want to know more about why things are minor, why they are major, I have courses inside of the All Access membership as well. Music theory courses, Music Theory 101. But for now, just understand this is the G minor pentatonic scale. And this is what we call the first shape, okay? Now, the first note is this note, 6th string, 3rd fret, okay? So I'm gonna go 3rd fret, and then I'm gonna go 6th fret, okay? And you have to think the way that the chart is laid out, the guitar is like this. In case you guys don't know that, it's just the way that it is with chord charts and PDFs, right? When you're learning guitar, it's just the way that it's laid out, right? It's law, okay, if that makes sense. So I'll try to flip it with my fingers here for you guys, so you can see just how it looks like when you play it with your fingers, okay? So 3, 6, okay? Then we're gonna go 3, 5, okay? 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6, okay? I hope you guys aren't getting confused by the way that the chart is laid out. Again, that's just how guitar, charts are written, right? And then to walk it up, right, we're gonna go 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, okay? One more time, nice and slow. Let's try to do it together. 3, 6. Okay, and I'm using my pinky, right? I'm using one finger per fret. Try to get into the habit of doing that. Okay? My first teacher, Billy, that's something that he really told us, or told me, like, you got to do that. So that definitely stuck from Billy's lessons. So 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. And you guys might hear I'm doing a little vibrato every once in a while. Vibrato meaning that I'm just kind of going up and down with the strings a little bit, giving them a little juice. That's just making them sing a little bit. You don't have to do that, but it's something nice to play around with, right? I do it automatically, just in case you guys are wondering, what's he doing? How's he doing that? Just a little jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, right? See that? Okay? Don't overthink it. Just jiggle it, okay? All right, and you can use your pick if you want. It's going to be a little bit more challenging if you've never done it. Or if you want, you can just use your thumb, right? Just, nail those notes. Sometimes I'll use my first finger for the 3rd string, middle finger for the 2nd string, ring finger, you guys can't see it because of my microphone, ring finger for the 1st string. So the point here is to learn the scale, shape, and not overthink the right hand what it's doing, right? Just get a feeling for the scale first. However you play the notes, just get them out of the guitar, okay? So that's gonna be your first shape, your first G minor pentatonic shape. Who is able to follow along with me? How are you doing? Is this easy for you? Is it difficult for you? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious where you boys and girls are with this. The real fun begins when we start making this musical, when we start really putting backing tracks to it like we're going to do in just a second, okay? So I showed you the first shape. The only thing that I want you guys to understand is that there are 5 shapes. Let me see if I can get back on screen here. There are 5 shapes altogether. Okay, so remember how we learned the notes on the 6th string? So between G and G, our octave, there are 5 shapes, 5 pentatonic shapes. And all those 5 shapes do, they're like a filter that filter out 5 notes, okay? Out of the 12 notes of the musical alphabet, we're filtering out 5 using these shapes. That's the only reason they're shapes, because they're helping us filter out the same 5 notes. Now, if I were to show you this, you'd probably get confused and overwhelmed and think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to learn this. Henry, why are you making me suffer, right? That's probably what you'd be thinking. And that's why we're learning these as single shapes, okay? We're learning them as shape 1, get that under your fingers. Here's shape 2, get that under your fingers, okay? And then once you've learned all 5, I only have 2 here for you today to show you. Once you've learned all 5, boom, all of a sudden you will have covered this maze, okay? The only thing that I want you guys to see and understand when you look at this is that we're really only dealing with 5 notes. There's not a bunch of notes. It's the same 5 notes. We're just accessing them on different parts of the guitar neck, right? That's all we're doing. We're taking a nice filter, boom, filtering out those 5 notes. Look at this chart carefully. You'll see there's only 5 notes, okay? So when you see guitar players going up and down the neck, they're able to do that because they've built muscle memory around these 5 shapes. I messed up because I'm trying to talk and act cool. See that? I'm able to do that. I almost did it without looking the first time, but I thought I was going to be cool and not look. We're able to do that because our muscle memory, we spend enough time internalizing these shapes and getting them under our fingers that we can go right up and down the neck, okay? That's how we're able to do it, because we spent the time tediously, learning these and remembering them and making our fingers do them over and over, right? That's how we do it, We put in the time. There's no shortcuts. There's no not heating up the seat. You have to heat up the seat with your butt if you want to be able to do this. Or you can stand up, but then your shoulder's going to hurt if you're like me. So that is how we do it. So I'm just going to check the comments here real quick before we get into the more fun musical part of this lesson. Let's see. I know the scale on Mando. I'm not sure. I think you mean mandolin, maybe. Have a great evening. I'll see you in the replay. It's hard to remember them. I know it takes time. It does take time. But the way that I'm going to encourage you guys to practice them is in a musical way. Okay, so we're just going to take one box and play to backing tracks. So that way your practice isn't just this naked scale, right? Your practice becomes something musical, something fun, something alive, right? You're playing music and not a scale, right? The scales, again, are just a filter that we're using to access music. Music is the beautiful thing that we're trying to get to by using these filters, if that makes sense, okay? So we're gonna talk about that. Do the shapes also work in A minor? Yes, of course. That's the really cool thing that I can also try to talk about a little bit. So, but I don't wanna remind me that question later, Rob. We'll get to that. Yeah, I don't want to confuse you guys now. Okay, let's move on to the musical part of this. If you want to improve with the guitar, practice. Yeah, totally. You need to practice. Heat the seat. Heat the seat. It even rhymes, right? Heat the seat, my friends. Okay, so let's just do shape 1 here. Let's do shape 1 with music. So I'm going to put on my headphones. All right. I'm going to go to that page. Again, this is the second page linked in your description. And what we have here is a, let's just listen to what it is. Okay, a G minor vibe tune. Again, you guys have this here. You can download it, okay? I'm just going to go up and down the scale. By the way, is this music totally overpowering my guitar? I bet it is. Let me try to turn it down a little bit so you guys can actually hear the notes that I'm playing too. I just want you guys to notice that every single note I'm playing is harmonizing with the music that we hear. Okay, so let me try to play it again. Maybe you'll hear my guitar a little better now. guys hear that okay? See that? Okay, so can you guys hear how every single note I'm playing is harmonizing with the music? Was the balance okay now between the guitar and the music? I hope so. I think it was definitely better than the first time around. So notice how all the notes are harmonizing, right? They're all harmonizing. How cool is that, right? So because of that, now we have freedom to come up with nice little melodies and patterns and combinations that sound good to our ear, right? Unlock your musical voice, right? So first of all, when you're learning this, just go up and down, right? See that? Just up and down, you know, learn the notes. Where they are. Are you picking one note more than once or just the turnaround? So if I were to actually solo to this, I would try to come up with some sort of, and this is the question, I would try to come up with some sort of, you know, musical idea, melody, something that sounds good to me, that sounds musical to me. For the example, at first I started to just play the notes, you know, as single notes. But then my ear automatically wants to start doing something a little bit more fancy, right? So at first, when you're learning this, just go up and down. I'm gonna play it again. Just go up and down. Start it again. All right. Okay. Up and down. You can hit it 2 times. I can't resist. I want to do. I did a little bend there. Okay, so towards the end there, I kind of unleashed my powers, right? You're not going to be able to do that right away, but the way that I was able to learn this and develop this and kind of build my own musical vocabulary is by starting out, you know, just playing single notes, going up and down, and then slowly trying to find things that sound melodic, find things that sound good to me. And that's going to be your homework. That's your homework for today, for tomorrow, okay? It's very, very important that you just go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Put on a backing track and go for it, okay? So what I want to do, Amelie is late again. Welcome, Amelie. I'm so glad that you made it. What I want to do now is just show you guys that the really cool thing is that this one shape that I gave you guys is going to also be able to sound really bluesy. It depends on the music that you're playing to, right? The context that you're playing to. So here we have a blues backing track. Listen to this. The scale is going to sound a little bit different now because of the music I'm playing to. Let me fire up listen now. See that? I'm playing the same exact scale, but because the context, let me see if I can get my head out of the scale. The context that I'm playing to is now a blues track. All of a sudden, the scale is sounding different. It's having a different flavor, okay? Now, you guys don't need to fully understand all of that for now. The point is that I want you guys to start building a relationship with music before you start trying to like analyze everything, okay? Listen to it, feel it, build a relationship with it, and then you can go deeper, deeper, deeper into the nitty-gritty, okay? So that's the second track that I have ready for you guys. And then the third one is a major sounding track. Now, I'm going to play the same scale, but now it's all of a sudden going to sound happy and not sad and not bluesy, okay? So listen to this. All right, listen to this now. Same scale. Okay, so just notice now the big contrast between this happy sound and then back to the minor sounding track here. Okay, just notice the difference now. Same notes. Okay, so notice the difference between that and this. Right, we're playing the same notes, but because the backing track is different, we're getting a minor feel, we're getting a bluesy feel, we're getting a major feel, right? So learning these 5 shapes is going to allow you to play blues, it's going to allow you to play major pentatonic sounds. It's going to allow you to play minor pentatonic sounds. You're going to be able to improvise to all of your favorite songs. Just not jazz. Jazz is a whole other world. You have to go to Caitlin if you want to learn jazz and how to improvise to that. But for all of the pop songs, most of them that you know, that you hear on the radio, if you want to play little solo lines, melody lines, improvise, the pentatonic scale is going to get you there. Okay, it's a great scale to start with. Sorry about that. I think that one track, the blues track, was too loud. Backing track is still a little. Yeah, sorry about that. I hope it wasn't too bad. Okay, you moved up the fretboard. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing that I did there without thinking. I automatically just, whoop, I went up the fretboard. And it's because I've been doing this for so long, for me, it feels weird to just stay in one place, right? Because my hands want to go to other places because I've spent so much time exploring this beautiful instrument, right? So, Mark is asking, how do you know where you can move up? Okay, so that's the next question that I want to address. So I showed you guys the first pentatonic shape. Now let me show you the second one. So the important thing to understand here is this maze that looks really scary. These are just 5 shapes, okay? So how do we filter them out? Well, we have to learn those 5 shapes. So I just showed you guys the first one. And now here's the second one, okay? So let me put this one here. And the important thing to see is that these are actually interconnected. So where the last note ends, if you look at the 6th string, 6th fret on the first one, you'll see that's the first note of the second shape. Okay, if you just study this pattern a little bit, your brain is going to start to have pattern recognition, and you'll see how they're actually connected. So the second shape is connected to the first shape. The third shape is connected to the second shape, etc. There's much more of this, slowly in-depth inside of the solo guitar course that's inside of the All Access membership that you guys can get full access to on Sunday. But this is like the 1 hour quick version so you guys can get an idea of how it works. I can't give you guys everything without totally blowing your brains, okay? It takes a little bit of time to slowly internalize this. But the main thing is to first start getting musical with shape 1. Learn shape 1, nice and slow, nice and slow. Use the backing tracks, have your practice be musical, go up and down, up and down, up and down with music, and then you're gonna memorize the first shape. Then it's time to memorize the second shape. Sorry, I just put it away. This is the one that I want, okay? Once you've got the first shape, it's time to memorize the second shape. So this shape looks like this, right? So notice our first shape ended here, right? Now our second shape is going to start here. Okay? See that? Shape 1, shape 2. Okay? So spend a little time, once you've kind of learned shape 1 a little bit, then spend a little bit of time on shape 2, and you're going to start to see, wow, they are really interconnected, right? Now, I intentionally didn't want to give you guys shape 3 because that would just blow your brains. But just understand that shape 3 starts where shape 2 ends. And those notes are interconnected, right? I hope this is making sense. Is this making sense so far? And inside of that course, I go really, really slow together with you. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, shape 4. We connect them. So definitely check that out when we open up the membership on Sunday. And if you're already a member, then make sure to watch this course. So let me now just improvise with that second shape for a second, just so you guys can see it's the same sound that we're accessing. It's just we're using a different shape so that we can play on a different part of the fretboard, right? The first time I was at this part of the fretboard. The second time I was higher up. I could keep going, right? I could keep going. I can't go any higher up without, having an electric guitar. But you can see it's the same sound. It's the same sound, right? Okay, so let me play to a backing track, just so you guys can hear with the second shape how it's the same exact notes. We're just playing it on a different place, right? All right, let's do it. Nice and slow. Okay. Can you guys hear my guitar okay, or is it still being drowned out by the music? Thank you for that. Has been so confusing. Okay, I'm glad that you're starting to understand. I love it. I love it. Doesn't Eric Clapton love shape 3? It's a great shape, shape 3. They all have their things, right? Once you get to play around with this enough, you feel home everywhere. Then you start to really like them all, right? They all have their own nice places. So what I just want to do now for you guys is, hopefully this is making sense. Hopefully you guys can understand that we are unlocking this maze, right? That's all the same 5 notes, just in different places, by using these smaller, bite-sized chunks to learn and to memorize and to practice them in a way that's musical, okay? So what I want to do now for you guys is just show you, I'm going to play this, okay? I'm just going to go up and down the neck nice and slow. I'm going to try to not do anything fancy and not be cool, just so you guys can hear the sound, how it's the same sound, right? It's just important that you guys understand this is the same sound. We're just playing it in a higher register, right? If you go higher up the neck, you're accessing those same notes in a higher register. If you go down, you're accessing the same notes in a lower register, right? So let me do the bluesy backing track, because I'm more of a bluesy minor type of guy. And let me just show you guys, and I'll go shape 1, shape 2, shape 3, shape 4, and then I'll kind of just, noodle around between all of them, just so you guys can see. All right, let's do it. Starting with shape 1. Is the guitar... Is the guitar okay, the sound? That's shape 1? Shape 3. Shape 4. Same notes. See that? See that? Okay, so Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm rocking the house, my friends. So that's what I don't do often enough. I should do that more often in my daily life. I don't jam out as much as I should. So basically, hopefully you guys could see, I was going up and down. I went from here all the way up to here, right? And back, and then up and down and all around, right? And, you know, now, how can I explain this? The creative juices in my brain aren't fully flowing. My hands aren't fully warmed up because I'm talking to you guys. I'm trying to explain this stuff. I'm interacting with the computer and the internet. But if I were alone just with the music, there would be a level of depth that I would go into with the music, right? We'd become really good friends, right? And the music starts to talk to you. Okay, I call her Mother Music. The more you go deep into music, music starts to talk to you. It becomes a two-way street, right? So that's the magic when you go really, really deep into this, right? The more time, it's like a meditation, a musical meditation. You tune out everything else in the world, and it's just you and these notes and the music that you're playing to, right? And then all of a sudden, you start to get these musical ideas, and your hand just goes to where it needs to go, right? You hear the thing in your head, and you just play it. It just comes out. The same as when you're having a conversation with a really good friend, and you're just talking. You don't know what you're going to say next. It's just boom, 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 boom. Same thing with this. Once you spend enough time, you know, teaching your hands how to find the thing, you know, learning these shapes, you can really, really go deep with this. So anyways, I hope that this makes sense. It's a lot of fun. It's been one of my biggest motivators for learning how to play the guitar. I really, really love improvising. I heard Caitlin say today, it's like composing in real time. I love that. Caitlin, if you're still here, composing in real time. I love it. I love Caitlin. So, my friends, I hope this makes sense. Do we have any questions at this point about this? Can you show shape one? Yes, my friend, of course. And again, this chart is linked in the second link of the video that you're watching right now. Okay, it's linked there. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. Do we have any questions? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope that this is making sense. Do I play the same shape throughout the song or change with chords? Okay, so this is the beautiful thing about the pentatonic. If your song is in one key, if it's not moving from one key into another key, then your pentatonic scale is going to harmonize with every single chord that's being played. Every single chord, right? So typically there are 7 chords in a key, right? And if you're playing to that key, right, then every single note that you play, like I was doing before, I did it with the happy song, I did it with the minor song, I did it with the blues song. So with all those chords, I was harmonizing with every single one of them, right? Now, of course, over time, you're gonna wanna target certain notes, right? So if I know that the blues is going to the chord G, I might want to really accent that note G, right? I missed it, right? So the better you get at this, you're gonna start targeting certain notes, right? I hope that makes sense. But for now, don't overthink that. Don't worry about that. For now, just get your feet wet. Start playing the scale. Start playing to the backing tracks. Start getting creative with the improvising with it. And then over time, the more you do this, the more you can really start to pinpoint. And your ear is going to automatically start going for those right notes as well. Your ear is going to hear, okay, this chord is coming. I've heard that sound here. Let's try to play it. Boom, right? You're going to match. Right? It happens automatically. But that's what I was talking about with this like musical meditation. The deeper you go, the more you're going to start to have a musical idea, hear the song, and then boom, connect with it. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, my friend. How do you improvise in between playing chords without using a backing track? I don't really do that a lot. It's more noodling. You know, if I was just, you know, I will, how can I say this? I will, I will do exercises. But you see, without the music, it's just naked. There's nothing, there's no context. Right? It's not, there's not a lot happening, right? So it's much more fun to play it to music, right? I hope that makes sense. Is the top part shape of the second scale the hat that Bob talks about out? Is the top part shape of the second scale the hat that Bob... Yes. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, Marie. So during the boot camp, Bobby, the legend, was teaching this little shape. See this? So this little thing here, if you can just learn this, it's already going to give you, you know, a lot of musical possibilities. Your 5 notes are in there, right? So that's a little island of notes that you can take advantage of and just focus on, right? Yeah, there's many ways of doing this. The main thing to understand is that we're always playing the same 5 notes. We're always playing the same 5 notes, and they're going to harmonize to millions of songs, right? And it's going to allow you to get creative, to get really creative. But good job spotting that, Marie. Good job spotting that. All right, my friends. Still sounds good without music. I mean, I'll definitely exercise a lot. You know, I work a lot on my alternate picking. I don't want to blow your guys' minds. My big challenge is alternate picking, getting the down up with my pick. You guys can't see it. Getting the down up with my pick. It's challenging to always do a down up, down up. I messed up now. So that's something that I've been practicing a lot. Yeah, it never ends. It never ends. But anyways, yeah, you can definitely do it without a backing track. But a backing track is when you're actually going to start to sound musical. Where actual, you know what I mean? Like it's more of just a naked, boring scale exercise without the backing track. The backing track is making it something that's actually music, right? And that's gonna help you develop and deepen your musicality rather than just, you know, playing up and down. Now, if you're watching TV and you want to memorize the notes and you don't want to have a backing track on, you know, while you're watching TV or whatever, feel free to just learn the scale, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I would definitely encourage you guys and girls to practice this to backing tracks. So we had a question before from Rob about what if you want to play this in A or in F or in, you know, any other key, right? I was showing you guys in G. So the really cool thing, and if you can just get this concept, it's going to open up everything for you, right? Let me show you guys the first shape again. So this thing is G minor pentatonic, right? What if we want to play it in A? So if you guys remember when we did bar chords on Friday, I was telling you guys how you just need to push the bar chord to the note that you want to start playing it on, right? The really cool thing here is that we could take this first shape and just push it to the note A, and then boom, you have A minor pentatonic. Okay, let me try to, I don't have that illustrated here with a graph, but let me just try to show you guys, okay? So shape 1, maybe you guys can recognize it from me playing it before. That's G minor pentatonic. Right? And it's the reason I'm calling it G minor pentatonic is because we're starting on the note G. Okay? Remember, you guys, on Tuesday I was telling you to learn the notes on the 6th string. This is why. Okay? If you want to play, so again, G minor pentatonic. Now, let's say I want to play A minor pentatonic. Well, I'm just going to start on the note A. Right? Notice notice how notice how that same pentatonic-y sound is still there. It's just in a higher frequency. Let me do it in G again. See how it sounds really actually quite similar? The only difference is now, you know, when I start here, I'm playing it in A minor pentatonic, right? It's the same kind of vibe. The only thing that's changed is we've taken the entire frequency and we've raised it, right? The same as if I were to take a capo and raise it. So let's say now I'm playing a G major chord. Sounds like a G major, right? If I put a capo on the 2nd fret, I can still play that. Now it's an A major, right? So the entire pattern can just be pushed up and down the fretboard, okay? So the distance from shape 1 to shape 2 is always the same. The distance from shape 2 to shape 3 is always the same. They're connected, right? So imagine this chart here, right? You can push this entire thing. You can just push it and slide it. And the only thing that's changing is the key, right? This might be too much for you guys to grasp today. Again, inside of that course, I go deeper into musical keys, into all of this, how to move it around, how I talk about all of that. Why is it sometimes called a major pentatonic? Why is it sometimes called a minor pentatonic? I don't want to, they would be too much for this lesson. But just understand and use your ear. That's that 2nd shape. The shape hasn't changed. I'm just playing it in a different place because we pushed the entire thing higher up the neck, right? If I want to play it in F, right? F minor pentatonic, right? C. See how it has that same gist. It has that same kind of sound. It's just the frequency has been pushed up higher. I hope that makes sense, right? So once you learn the 5 shapes and how they're connected, you can use that for any key you want to. It just depends on where you start. And by knowing the notes of the 6th string, you're going to be able to identify what key. Like if someone says, let's play a, you know, pentatonic in B minor, if you know that this is B, you know that first shape, you can now play in B, right? I hope that makes sense, my friends. It will over time. If it doesn't now, sleep on this. Join the All Access membership if you haven't yet and learn this slowly. It will click. I promise you guys. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Can play chords and notes between the chords, not to complicate things further. You definitely can. So for a good example is like Sweet Home Alabama. Right? Something like that. So Sweet Home Alabama, we could say is an E minor. Okay. So the E minor pentatonic scale is going to work. So once you know what key you're in, what key the chords that you're playing are in, then you're going to be able to identify what pentatonic notes are going to work to that, and then you're going to be able to build those notes in between those chords, okay? I hope that makes sense. It does take a little bit of time. Okay, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for showing the alternate picking flows. The alternate picking has been something that I've been battling for years, and I still can't do it. I still can't do it. I can do it pretty well, but I still get messed up. So E minor pentatonic. So we talked about G minor pentatonic, that first shape, right? E minor pentatonic looks a little tricky because we have now open strings. Let me just push this camera a little bit to the side here. All right. So for E minor pentatonic, it looks like this. But I can't even do it because I'm not used to doing it. I don't need to hold down this note, right? So I could use the open strings. But it's still the same as this. The first one of G minor. I just don't need to hold down these notes. Right? So a really cool key to practice this in is E minor, right? And the chords that are in E minor are E minor, G major, D major, A minor, C major. So let's say I know this scale, the first scale of E minor. I know the chords that are going to work are G, C, E minor, A minor, D. I could go I'm just improvising here a little bit, but I'm playing these chords that I know are in the key. Okay, so I'm improvising here too. But if I know where these notes are, and I know the chords that are going to work with these notes, then I can start messing around like that. Okay, this is a lot of information. I know. Glad you're enjoying it, Rodney. I get it. Just switch the key and have another sound. Exactly. You're just going a higher frequency. Think of it as a 12-story building. 12-story building, right? Every single floor is the same except the height, right? The floors are all identical except the height. So nothing changed except you went higher up, okay? Everything else, all the furniture, everything is exactly the same except the height, right? So G minor is on the G minor floor. If I want to go higher up, I just have to go from G sharp to A, 2 floors up. Everything stays the same. Except now we're at a higher frequency. We've taken everything to a higher pitch. All right, my friends. This has been a pretty intense lesson here. I've seen that there are also other shapes like Ionian and other also used in combination with others. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that for now. I would, for now, just focus on this one thing that I showed you, these 5 patterns, right? Start with pattern 1, slowly learn that, then do pattern 2, slowly learn that, pattern 3, connect them, and then go and do the major scale, right? So the Ionian mode is just another way for saying the major scale, right? But that's again going from like A, B, C, D. You're going from A all the way up to F, right? So start with A, B, C, C being, let's say, pentatonic, and then slowly go higher up that, that skill level, let's say, right? We have to crawl before we can walk, walk before we can run, right? So I hope this makes sense. Learn the 5 pentatonic shapes, use backing tracks, make it musical. I like to tell people to start in G minor pentatonic because the entire fretboard is pretty accessible for you, right? You can play it all the way up an octave, especially with an electric guitar. And then slowly, start improvising, start connecting them. Trust me, there's a lot of time that you can put in this and a lot of time to get your fingers to do it, but it's well worth the journey. Okay. I'm looking forward to play with today's homework. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you come up with, my friend. All right, my friends, play around with that. That's your homework. I wanted to go into the community a little bit today as well. What else did I have here for you guys? Let's see. Okay, the Facebook group. I was really inspired and I wanted to show you guys. Debbie had this really nice post that really made me happy. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys a little bit about the amazing Yvonne. I love it. I love it. I love it. Peter. There we go. Debbie. So let's just see what Debbie says here. Then I'll show you guys what she's talking about. Because Debbie has really, you know, Debbie, Amelie, people that have been in my world for a couple of years that have really been, you know, taking action, have really grown so much. It's so inspiring. So just real quick, let's watch this.
By the way, that's Amelie, and I'm in Croatia. And Henry mentioned something today. Croatia was what got me over my strumming issues, because I used.
So Debbie had a lot of strumming issues. I remember she was hitting the strings really hard. Sometimes she'd, you know, instead of a downbeat, a downstroke, she'd hit it with the upstroke. It was kind of just not flowing.
Used to bang.
And we really got her to fix it.
Emily gets credit for that too, because she had the most beautiful strum. I mean, it was just so soft. It was just perfect. And I'd watch her. I just really envied that. And like, what am I doing wrong? And I noticed that when she was doing it, I was using the whole arm. She was just like.
So I actually have the video for you guys. I just wanted to show you. And the really inspiring thing about this is that, you know, Amelie, they both came to Croatia. They were both at the boot camp 2 years ago, the March one, this same boot camp. Then they joined the membership. So they were both first at the boot camp and then members of the online community and then came to Croatia, right? And the really cool and inspiring part of this is that how much they helped each other, right? Amelie was afraid to sing. We saw her singing a couple of days ago, those of you who have been watching every day. And Debbie was having problems with this nice, smooth strumming. So Amelie got Debbie, this is the power of community and playing with other people and plugging into it. It's so beautiful. Amelie got Debbie to soften her strumming, you know, get that to not be as hard, as loud. And Debbie got Amelie confident enough to sing. So it's just such a beautiful story, how it progressed. So she's talking about this video. Let's just watch a little longer.
And you see me in the wrist and where I'm doing this. So yeah, that made a lot of sense. But then the other thing that got me over my bad strumming, I just couldn't get the rhythm and the beat. I just couldn't feel it. Henry put us in a circle and he put on all different kinds of music, Croatian music, Italian music, and he had us just sit there and listen to it, you know, and start feeling it. And just we felt like, you know, the strings were muted and dancing. I mean, he was dancing in the middle of us, and
I have a video of that too. So let me just show you guys this in action. I really was so inspired to go and find these videos after hearing what Debbie's talking about. So check this out, guys. This is Debbie and Amelie playing. And towards the end of the video, and nobody knew this was going to happen, Amelie all of a sudden started to sing, right? Which was so cool. So let's just watch real quick the dynamic that these two developed over time together. This is another thing that we worked on a lot at the retreat. Dynamics. This is something I want to talk to you guys about too. So yesterday we focused a lot on strumming. We're going to get to the video, I promise. Yesterday we talked a lot about strumming and going for it and being creative. But another very important part of when you're playing is dynamics. And what I mean by that is the volume, right? There's a big difference between going or going And there's a time in the song where you want to start out nice and slow. But then you get to the chorus and it builds. Right? And then it goes down again. So dynamics, right? And then you can see in the video, first it was a little bit louder, then they got quieter. This is a lot of the work that we were doing. And then also just notice Amélie, this is the soft French tasteful strumming that Debbie's talking about. Let's watch a little more.
I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand.
Yeah. You can hear me yelling in the background.
Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me?
Let's go.
Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me.
And you can hear how excited I was in the background there and everyone else, because we weren't expecting her to sing. She wouldn't sing. This is the last day of the retreat. She wouldn't sing the entire time. And then boom, Debbie got Amélie to sing. Amélie got Debbie to strum a little bit softer, a little bit quieter, and together they both grew and had these incredible transformations. It was so inspiring to see. So that's the power of community, my friends. I highly encourage you guys to get together with other musicians and play. Try to get yourself into those types of situations. There she is, Amélie, the French shy strumming. Then Debbie was talking about how I was dancing around. So this is how I try to get you guys to get out of your comfort zones. Put on music, get you guys to strum. I don't know if I can even find the video. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, so just real quick. This is what I would love to do with you guys. Check this out. This is what we were doing yesterday together, but this is, you know, when you do it with other people, right? There's Debbie. Look at Debbie. Look how she's in it. Learning to connect to that part. So my friends, that's about that. If you want to come to Croatia, there's a wait list. We are sold out for 2026. We're doing 2 retreats this year, but if you want to come in 2027, the third link in the description is a wait list for 2027. Check it out. See what it's all about. It truly is an amazing experience. The location that we're at is just next level. Let me just show you guys the location real quick because it's insane. Here we go. Check this out. Check this out. So just a quick little preview of what it's all about. Check that out if you want to. Do we have any more questions? Let me know in the comments. It was so incredible. I was on such a dopamine high again today, just watching, looking at the pictures and watching the videos. It was incredible. You got to come back, Debbie. You got to come back, or I'll come to Florida. We're gonna do something. So my friends, do you have any questions? Let me know. We definitely went longer today than we've gone any other day. Have fun practicing this, you know, spend time on it. It really is an incredible thing. Tomorrow we're going to be working on a song together. Let me know what song. Look, Amelie's already coming 2027. Awesome. You guys heard it first. Oh, that's really great news too. I was expecting that, but it's great news. I'm very happy to hear that. So, yeah, post your homework. We're going to have 3 more winners tomorrow. We're going to be doing a song tomorrow as well. Let me know in the Facebook group. I'll put up a poll. what song you guys would like to do. I'm thinking something simple like Stand By Me or Hey Joe, or maybe Knocking on Heaven's Door. And then we're gonna check out the chords. We're gonna identify what key it's in. We're gonna see how could we use the pentatonic scale to solo to it. How could we play melodies to it? What different strumming patterns will work to it? How to play it with bar chords, right? How can we bring all of the things that we've done this entire week together? Again, the All Access membership is opening up on Sunday. I will most likely be doing a bonus challenge session at the same time as we've been doing our live streams this week. So keep your inbox eye open for that. That's going to be our little opening up enrollment party, and also a fun lesson that I'm going to do for you guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to try to feel the pulse of what's happening inside of the community and do something really fun for you guys. Keep the party going, keep the momentum going. Congratulations on all of you who have been participating so far. All right, we got Knocking on Heaven's Door. That's actually one of the first songs I learned. Great song. Let's see. Is there anything in the community that I still wanted to check out here? I think we're good. We'll do more of this tomorrow. Watch more videos tomorrow. We've been going pretty long today. So thank you guys so much for joining me again today live. The pentatonic scale and improvisation. Again, this is where you find your musical voice. This is where you find the notes that sound good to you, where you start to, speak the language of music. Speak the language of music. It's very, very rewarding. And that's about that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We got another Knocking on Heaven's Door. That's a fun tune. It's a fun tune. We'll maybe do it. Who knows? All right, my friends. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great night. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of improvisation videos inside of the community. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Put on a track. You can have the scale in front of you and just go up and down, Do that first shape. It's going to be a lot of fun. David, my pleasure, my friend. Glad that you're here. And that's about that. Okay, everyone. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and have fun practicing the scales. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Blessings to you too, Paul.